What's up, dudes? Steve Marchena back in the basement again. What's up, Steve?
Great to see you.
Welcome
Thanks for
back.
having me.
We were just jamming a little bit, and I'll have some of those jams in this video at some point. But we wanted to come on here today and talk about, as you can see, these guitars.
A couple of
the acoustics and the ukes and these here.
Yeah.
And we'll take a few minutes on each one. But the brand is called Ortega, and they've actually kind of been on fire lately. I've been seeing them more and more and more. Mm-hmm. The brand is definitely making a push.
They're big in Europe already, and now they're on fire in the United States.
Oh, there you
Got
go.
a lot of new dealers.
Yeah. So, this looks like a mahogany neck with a rosewood back and sides, and I'm going to say a cedar top. Maybe spruce, but I'm going to say cedar.
It's cedar.
Okay, with a rosewood bridge. Looks like a rosewood. Could be an ebony fingerboard, but
Rosewood.
I'm going to say rosewood.
Yeah, on
It's
both
based
of
on
these guitars.
It's based on the grain pattern.
Yeah.
Looks like a slab of rosewood at the headstock, maybe. And it's a nice thick piece too.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it's a cosmetic thing, but boy, it does look nice. And we can see here, we got the back, beautiful. And I don't know if you can see the rosette on this. I'm trying to make it so you can see it. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And, it's all well and good if they sound good.
Yeah, they sound great. Yeah, they're nice playing instruments.
Ole. That's what you learn when someone shows you the Phrygian scale. You're like, what?
Nice.
Anyway, we're having fun. So mine is clearly a non-cutaway.
Yeah.
And yours has got the cutaway.
Electric.
Do they call that Florentine? I forget now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you
That's a
that
good question.
they have technical names for them. That's the R159MN.
R159MN.
It's like we're going back to Star Wars here. And there's the RCE 159MN.
Where do they get their names from? Ibanez?
I have no idea.
It's the RG5 UCEW42. That just rolls right off the tongue. I'm going to call this one Cedar Top.
Yeah.
No,
Well, they're both
cutaway.
cedar top. As far as the woods are identical.
We'll call it Cedar Top Rosewood Non-Cutaway. Cedar Top Rosewood Cutaway.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Boy, that's nice, though. That's real nice. Canadian cedar top. And I'm just looking at this. That's a solid cedar top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, are they all solid woods? I'm going to say they're not.
Okay.
Just because that's very expensive and very difficult, to do on a mass scale production.
Okay.
Usually what you would do is you would put, a solid top. That's like 70 to 80% of your sound right there is a solid top.
Absolutely.
And then a little bit, the back would be the next.
We talked about
this
before.
yeah.
It's,
And the sides are almost non-existent.
and the way you can tell, right, is, if you strum a chord, you feel the top, and I can feel a lot of vibration there.
Right.
Not nearly as much on the back.
And almost nothing
And-
on the sides.
I can't even tell I'm playing. It's like dead right there.
A luthier once said the only thing the sides are good for is separating the distance between the top
Right,
and
absolutely,
the back.
absolutely, yeah.
He's like, and he goes, that's an oversimplification, but really the top is like 80, 90%.
That's where your sound is
of
coming from.
That's
Yeah,
really where it
absolutely.
is. And if you have a laminated top, it sounds one way, and it's these solid tops.
Yeah.
Any luthier would tell you, it's the solid top that really makes a difference in the quality
Absolutely.
of the sound, But they do. They look and they sound amazing. This isn't the first time I've seen them. We were actually over before, and we had done a video, and like a dummy, I got my new camera and I put the card in it, and they were like, "Do you want to format this card?" And I was like, "Sure." Then I was like, oh wait, that's the blue card, not the black card. That's the one with
Right,
the
right.
video footage on it that I just lost because I formatted the card.
Right. I appreciate having me back. Well, yeah.
Well, now we got the 4K. I'm sure it looks a lot better.
Awesome.
As good as that other camera was, this camera blows it away in pretty much every respect. But so how did you hook up with Ortega?
Well, I had this video online. I was playing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
And, so clearly Ortega is making their footprint in the United States now. And they approached me about an endorsement deal. They brought me down to Nashville, and I did some videos for them down there.
Yeah, I saw those great production. I'll leave a link to their channel, the Ortega Guitars channel, in the description. If you want to go check out their channel. There's a whole bunch of videos on there. Steve's in a whole bunch of other people, and they got some pretty good video production.
Absolutely.
I thought it looked really
good.
Yeah.
So I did some videos for them, and then now they started giving me instruments. So far as 2 guitars and 2 ukes. I have the 2 uke basses coming next, and it's awesome. They're a great company. They're very responsive. Sort of tell them what I'm looking for, and they have it. And,
yeah. Well, we did before we started this. This video up. We were hanging out for a while, and we shot a bunch of footage of Steve playing and us playing together, which I'll throw in, I think, at the end of this and throughout. But let's talk about the instruments a little bit. This one, which one did you get first? Did you get these two at the same time?
No, I got first the electric acoustic, and then...
Okay, so this has a pickup in it.
Yes.
Does this have a pickup in it?
No.
Okay, all right.
So this has the electronics and everything, some
This
EQ, a tuner, and everything.
Okay, all right, great, sure.
So let's see, I got this, and then that.
First, then you got this.
And then, think about the order I got. I think I got the electric acoustic
that's
ukulele.
electric. Oh, yeah,
it has the same... was it the same? Let's look. I don't think it has... It has a tone control as opposed to sort of an EQ section.
Right.
There.
Oh, and it's got a little tuner.
That's the one I did. Let's see. Julian Scarcella is another Ortega endorsee. He did an amazing... He's had a bunch of amazing videos, but he did an amazing video with some shred ukulele with distortion and everything. And I made a video like that on this instrument.
And this looks like either a mahogany or a sapele.
Well, let's look at
sapele?
Here.
I'm going to guess either sapele or mahogany.
Mahogany, neck and back.
Mahogany, neck and
back.
back.
And then now we get into there's some interesting wood choices that here. I don't know if I can pronounce this right. Sinocolin fretboard and bridge.
Okay, yeah.
Is that like an Asian wood, or I have no idea?
It sounds like it.
It sounds it,
Just Sinocolin.
Yeah.
Sonokelin.
That's right.
Sinocolin.
Yeah.
Right? Sinocolin.
Sounds right. Yeah, exactly.
Let's work through every. That's a lot of
pronunciation.
Well, there's a lot of syllables.
Yes, exactly.
So that can go through a whole range.
Yeah.
I like this though. I wish I could play uke. I should start. I was really amazed. I went out to the NAMM show with my buddy.
Yeah.
And we were just farting around, and we went by a uke booth.
Yeah.
And they did a reverse uke. In other words, the big bout was on the top and the small bout was on the bottom, and they made it into a skull.
Oh,
so look way
cool.
So
Very
I was like,
cool.
check out the skull
Yeah,
uke.
yeah.
So he picked one up. And he started playing the uke. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
When did you start playing uke? He's like, oh, no. He goes, I've been playing uke for a long time. So now I'm feeling the need, like, I should probably learn a little.
I'll say this now, is that the simplified version of understanding the ukulele is that it's like you have a capo on the 5th fret of the guitar.
Okay.
That gets me most of the way there. Now, the issue is what's known as this reentrant tuning, which then once you have these 4 strings, say like capoed, your thickest string is up an octave. So it's actually kind of interesting. I'll just show you. Here, let me...
Oh, right. It's almost like a banjo.
So if I wanted to play
the low string is the highest string.
Right, if I wanted to play a major scale, I go... the open string, there's a... Right, where I have these sort of the 2 open strings. What could I do? I go... all with open strings. It makes it's an ideal, instrument to teach kids because there's not as much fretting involved. But sort of the deeper level with that is it puts all of the strings within an octave or within a major sixth. Yeah. So the tuning is very tight.
I'm gonna have to take your word on that one.
Yeah. So well, if I was thinking like solfege, I'd be like do re mi fa sol la. So it's like from do to la.
Right.
So it's
right.
And I've actually done this thing before where I tune to a low G. And to me, it's not worth it. The cool things about that, you get more of it from a guitar. So this re-entrant tuning, at first it's really confusing, though, because, if you were playing with your thumb for your bass note, it's not the bass note anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Now, is that a fairly common tuning, or is this just
that
something?
That's
the standard tuning?
The original standard tuning
Again,
for
I don't know
ukuleles.
anything about uke.
The original standard tuning for ukuleles, before they got popular, the lowest string would have been a D. And I'm going to take a guess at it. So now we're talking about like the 1920s. And as they got more popular, people started tuning them down. I don't know, just because...
Fur coats and pearl necklaces?
Exactly. Or maybe just playing with other instruments. The C is the people's key or whatever. So, but either this I'd say is standard tuning now, sort of this C6 tuning, you could call it.
Right.
But versus D6 was the original ukulele tuning. The other thing that people do, like I said, is they'll tune the lowest string down an octave. You'd have to put a different string on there to do it. I've done that. Again, it's not like you have a lot of bass by doing that. It's still not like a guitar, and a lot of the charm, that sort of that tight interval that the ukulele gives you goes away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you start to lose the uke sound.
Right.
The more you try to make it away from what a uke standard tuning is.
Absolutely.
You start to lose that quintessential uke sound.
And I just picked up the ukulele like last August, and there's a lot of things that I do on classical guitar that transfer really well.
I know a few people who have tried banjo by tuning it like a guitar.
Yeah.
Because it was easier for them to pick up. But I think in the long run they might have regretted it because you don't get the full banjo experience. It really kind of does sound like guitar licks on a banjo rather than banjo licks.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I find, the more I work with alternate tunings, the easier it gets to assimilate new alternate tunings. So I play tenor banjo where it's tuned C, G, D, A, and a lot of new chord forms to learn, but it's more the banjo experience. And in reality, the way the strings are tuned is no different than if you were in drop D tuning on the guitar. Just you get used to dealing with those two thickest strings in drop D tuning.
Right.
So it's just applying that to the banjo or what have you.
Right. Yeah, I love them. This is the second time I've seen the full set.
Right.
And both times I've been impressed.
Yeah.
Especially with these acoustics. And they're not very expensive. I don't know what the MSRP is, but they're not super pricey guitars.
Right.
So, they're definitely affordable. All right, dudes, you know what? I'm going to throw up a bunch of performances. Hope you check those out one by one. And I think we're going to end with a performance with the two of us. I think they call that a duet.
Awesome.
So, anyway, there you go. Thanks so much for stopping by again, Steve.
Really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, anytime. And check out Ortega Guitars. I'll leave a link down in the description. And stick around for a couple performances. And as always, thanks for stopping by. And rock on.